Hello everyone, and welcome back for a new episode of Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. We're playing this Demon Spawn Summoner of Ashen'Zari for week 7 of the Crawl Sudden Death Challenge. In the last episode, I guess we got a couple runes. I guess it was just one, right? Zerubov's rune? Yeah. We didn't meet Lom, Loban, or Glurix. No. We already saw Glurix. We didn't meet Lom, Loban, or Mnoleg. But more importantly, we found the spell Regeneration, and we found that we got enough experience to get Necromutation castable, and we're going to work some more on it. But I feel ready to get started on Zot. Zot 5, grab the orb after just getting a little bit of experience in Zot 5. We got some important summoning spells online, mostly just by cursing my last bit of equipment. Gave me a substantial boost from Ashen'Zari to my spell skills, and suddenly stuff that was mostly castable is now 100% castable. So here we go, down into Zot 5, the final area of most games, where the Orb of Zot resides, up here in the Orb Chamber. And ordinarily, I like to just sort of teleport up there, snag the orb, and get out of here. But today, I have I have more to do once I've gotten the orb, so that's not really seeming like a good plan. We're just going to clear Zot, come in here with an army, and it's quite a good army, if I have to say so myself. And, you know, with me doing at least a little bit of extra damage and providing the brains of the operation, I think we can take out just about everything as long as we are a little bit cautious. Zot 5 can get out of hand, absolutely, for any character if you're not prepared. Even if you are prepared, if you're just careless, if you think, you know, nothing can stop my character, you will be stopped. You know, there are plenty of ghosts in Zot 5, player ghosts with Firestorm, which means two things. One, that somebody who had Firestorm managed to die in here, and like level 9 spells are typically more than enough to win the game. And two, that you might run into a player ghost with Firestorm in here, and that can be a real problem for you. But we've got like 3 pips of fire resist for the Orbs of Fire. We got mutation resistance. We got potions. We got fire or magic resistance, you know, like crazy. We got clarity from Ashen'Zari. We got summons to bring the whole world down with us. I'm feeling real great about this character. And, you know, we just have to make sure nothing really terrible happens. So speaking of, I don't really like this really narrow choke point, so let's just widen it a bit. So most of the north half of Zot is all completely undiggable, unless you're like a powerful Earth Mage who can kind of ignore pretty much every rule if you have Shatter. But down in the south half, you can generally rearrange things to your liking. And, you know, this is... If there's anywhere in the game where you can afford to use consumables, it's here. I really don't know why I have the water card. I guess just because it was convenient, and it'll summon some useful like water elementals and so on. We're a Thanatomancer, Master of Necromancy. Nice. But it'll also like drop a bunch of water on the ground, which I'll have to, I don't have a convenient way to fly, so let's scry all this. I do want to be notified of like Ancient Liches, and Moths of Wrath actually are one of the scariest things in here because they can berserk Orb Guardians, and if there's one thing I've learned from my deaths in Zot 5, it's that no matter how trivial an Orb Guardian is to you, I mean, Orb Guardians are pretty strong. So if you have a character where Orb Guardians are trivial, which certainly can happen, like on this character, I'm not at all concerned about an Orb Guardian. No matter how trivial Orb Guardians are to you, Berserk Orb Guardians are like an emergency level threat. You must respond immediately to Berserk Orb Guardians. They do so much damage. They're so fast. Oh, don't you dare abjure, Lich. Are you abjuring them? No, actually. It was just, Yes, that's the other thing, is Ancient Liches with Abjuration. If I were carrying a... I should be hasted. What am I doing in Zot 5? Not hasted. If I were carrying like a Scroll of Silence, I would probably use it here. But I dropped them because I was like, I'm a spellcaster. Why am I ever going to use Silence? And, I mean, it's useful here to, like... I've already got my summons in place. So... being able to stop the Ancient Lich from getting rid of them would be nice, right? Is any of this stuff summoned? Is he summoning a bunch of stuff? Nah, just some garbage. So far this looks like a pretty friendly Zot 5, actually. Those 2 Orbs of Fire are going to make things interesting, but I think with just more horrible things, it should be fine. Let's regen also. That'll be nice. Why did I get a Balrog? Like, there were some scary threats, but I have so many friendlies that the game, I would think, should be telling me... Will these guys pay attention to me? I think they will. And let's, I don't know, just step back here so it's harder for him to hit me. Okay, so there's that. Are there any Berserk Orb Guardians yet? No, but there is a Moth of Wrath, which as I've said, I don't appreciate at all. Let's start a Malign Gateway. It looks like we're going to be fighting here for a while. That should help. Okay, this Orb of Fire is making a good showing of it. So let's get some more horrible things. Yeah, this Orb of Fire is just outgunned, I think. I hope. And I can regen through all the damage he's doing, which is not very much with 40 AC and 3 pips of fire resist. We're not damaging them very quickly, I have to say. But we're killing other stuff, so it's fine. Where's my... I do have an Eldritch Tentacle out here somewhere, right? Yeah. It's managing, in fact, to get around the tentacled monstrosities, so good work there. Alright, now we have a few more Orbs of Fire in view. Let's make some more horrible things. That's great. Here, I'll swap with this guy to make a more unified front. 4 Orbs of Fire. I don't know, it seems fine. I could do with maybe a Potion of Might. No, let's just use Agility. I'll be fine. And like, I still have Teleport available. It's, you know, whatever. And a bunch of Heal Wounds. Yeah, there goes one orb of fire. There goes another. I'm losing some horrible things. Let's get some. Did regen wear off already? What happened? Okay. It's times like this where I kind of wish I had summon Mana Serpent or Mana Viper. Something bites my Eldritch Tentacle and it falls over. Okay, so the horrible things, the tentacle, they're all sort of falling apart. So I think I'm just going to leave. This didn't go quite as well as I had hoped, but we killed we killed quite a lot in here, and we may be able to get another orb before we go. Oh, I see. Part of the problem is this Ghost Moth draining my MP. I didn't notice him. That's why, because I was thinking I'm just going to keep summoning more more horrible things to buffer for me. All right, we got the nice smite, Balrog. Thanks. And let's just heal wounds. I'm going to put heal wounds on capital H. Telly should kick in any second now. So I'll try to kill the Moth of Wrath, I guess. Got him. All right, so we spent 1 potion of agility. And we killed 3 orbs of fire and a bunch of orb guardians and stuff. That's fine. In we go. Back to the breach once more. I miscast Malign Gateway. Disaster. 1%, huh? Wow, these fireballs are pretty serious, huh? But so are the abominations. They do a lot of damage. All right, there he goes. What is that, Ancient Lich over there? Yeah. I guess I need to eat. Okay, so we're like basically out of MP, but it should regen very quickly thanks to Demon Spawn reasons. Again, I should be hasted. And regenerating. Let's get some more horrible things. Kill the Lich first. He's probably abjuring. I wasn't really paying attention. How is Necromutation doing? 1%. All right, I can stop training transmutations now. And honestly, just work on like fighting, dodging, and I'll keep working on Necromancy because it is. I'm relying on Necromutation and Regen and Death's Door as like very important tools, and so I would like them to be better. But fighting and dodging are the main thing, and Necromancy like might hit level 27 pretty soon. If there's much more in Zot. If not, then we'll just pick up the orb and head back to hell. So the spell power on regeneration doesn't impact how much you regenerate. It just impacts how long or how quickly rather that you regenerate. It just impacts how long the regeneration effect lasts. Regeneration while it's active is an amount of HP per turn that I think is based on your max HP, but otherwise you can't really control it. Okay, fine. Eldritch Tentacle, can you reach this, please? I would really appreciate that. All right, well, it looks like I handled it myself. No thanks to you. And let's just regen and heal up a bit. I guess Killer Clown doesn't want to fight. Yeah, it's been a while since I was in Zot 5 quite this powerful, actually. It's nice that this character went from being like kind of embarrassingly underpowerful to being plenty powerful. And that's the orb. I could pick it up. And arguably I should, but this character is strong enough to clear the rest of Zot, and it should be, you know, a bunch of free experience, basically. Free-ish. Because the monsters in here are very experience-rich. And it'll also just... I'll be a little bit more comfortable with on the orb run if Zot 5 is clear. I used to think like this was the only sensible way to do the orb run, was to clear out the entirety of Zot 5 so that nothing can interrupt you on the way out while you're being chased by Pan Lords and so on. But it turns out that most of the stuff that is a problem on the orb run, or in Zot 5 specifically, is the Zot 5 monsters. You know, one Panlord or whatever is not really a big deal. Ow, what the Hellfire I don't like at all. Yeah, the Zealot is almost dead. And he's the one doing that. Got him. I would like to kill the Ancient Lich as well, since, again, he can abjure. And enemies appear to be getting berserked, so I'm going to step back here. Let the Abominations handle it. They are better built for it than I am. So it turns out, though, that, like, on the orb run, while you're on your way out of the dungeon, after getting out of Zot, anyway, the scary stuff really are the orb run spawns. But in Zot, and especially Zot 5, you know, the concentration of terrible monsters in here is just way higher than anything you're going to have to deal with from the orb run spawns. And so the less time you can spend in Zot 5 in a given game, the less likely you are to die. And so these days, I just, like, dart in, grab the orb, dart back out as fast as I can on most characters. You know, and every so often you get a character where that's not the right thing to do. Like I had a Formicid of Quaslol, which is like the definition of a character where you would rather clear Zot, because everything, you're so loud because of Quaslol, everything can hear you, everything knows you're there anyway, and it'll all come chasing you. And as a Formicid, you can't even teleport to get to or from the orb, so there's not nearly as much advantage to trying to teleport Ninja. And so on that, plus you're like super beefy. That's like what Formicids are. They're super beefy, but they can't teleport, basically. And they can't haste. So, you know, and on that character I cleared Zot 5 and it was fine. Although I think it was hard. It's always hard. Unless you put off winning the game for another, 6 hours or however long I've been playing since I got to the point where I could win. Just because I need to get to Extended. And so now, like, there's some kind of hard stuff in here, but what happened? I saw like a 1 here, didn't I? My Executioner. I don't know, where did he go? There he is. I don't know if I'm the only one who has trouble seeing that like white on green or whatever it is. If I'm like colorblind there. Actually, I know that I am a little colorblind there. I discovered a couple years ago that I am a bit gray-green colorblind, and it occurs to me now that white on green, like, that explains why I can't see anything on all this dang green outlines or backgrounds. Everyone kill that, please. And let's haunt him. I don't know how effective that's going to be. I don't know whether the haunt itself was particularly effective, but we got him. Sure. And you see what I mean about the, like, we got already half a level of necromancy just from clearing the, like, top left half of the Hall of Zot. And, you know, half a level is not a lot, but when it's the last half a level, it's pretty expensive. And I mean, we're only really at 23 and a bit, but with Ash's boost, we're at 26 and a bit. And so it's the last level I will be training. The Eldritch Tentacle is destroyed. Oh, I see. The tentacle stopped being friendly because it got like cut off, and so my when did it become unfriendly? I don't really see. Oh, it got. It writhes. All right. So and then my other summons just started immediately slapping the hell out of it. Apparently. That's kind of funny. I keep trying to summon a spectral weapon, but the Orb of Fire blows it up too fast. There goes that Orb of Fire. Tentacled monstrosities are apparently like super beefy. I don't know why I'm saying the word beefy so much today. I'm just like into beef apparently. You know, that's what you guys get. You get a sneak preview of the inside of my brain. Alright, so this all feels pretty good. It seems like we're about done with Zot 5. Stupid Ghost Moth, get out of here. And we could actually still do like a ninja trick. But I've cursed my Ring of Teleport, and there's no real reason to spend scrolls on just like making Zot 5 go a little bit more smoothly on the way out. So let's just head over here. Oh, are there any traps? There's no traps on this side, so I guess I'll go this way. And how long did that take? It would be a short video, but I think it's a fine video. So in the next video, we're going to pick up the orb, and we're going to run for hell. Should be exciting. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you guys in a minute. I am definitely starting the next video. So until then, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.